It's the NFL on EA Sports as we see the two teams who fought back in Super Bowl 18. It's the Commanders and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Steps away to his left. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. A handoff for Warren. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. 3rd and 9 here.
It's 3rd and 9.
To throw is Wilson. That is caught. He's into space past the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tutu Atwell, 60 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Robinson with another carry.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing now is Daniels. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down, Washington.
Daniels looking to throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Daniels.
He shakes him off. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
To the air goes Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now
he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
How about about that. The defense's first sack, it doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That pass caught by McLaurin. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 30 yards. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Now Wilson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Wilson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson.
Mayer there to bring it in.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here's Wilson to throw.
That is into the hands of Tucker. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again.
Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now Daniels. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
To throw is Daniels. He's able to find Melton.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. In motion goes the tight end. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 43-yard line.
Here's Wilson.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Washington on third down.
They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and the nose of the football.
Open man is Atwell, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Warren.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Warren.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
11 yards for number 11.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now it's Wilson. Pass incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
It's a second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Throwing now is Daniels. This pass complete to Melton.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Yeah, this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
2nd down and a yard.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he gets it down to the 32.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Commanders.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Bowers. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Wilson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown, Washington! Brian Robinson Jr. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now a run with Warren.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
On the run, it's Warren.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here's Daniels.
And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
They go play action. Daniels.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
To the air goes Daniels.
And incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Open man right side, Myers. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Wilson.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Warren. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Play action, now it's Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started out in Denver.
and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Bo Nix with a touchdown throw to Cortland Sutton. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Jacoby Brissett, 2 touchdown passes. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Washington first down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To throw is Daniels.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Now Daniels.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Now it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And his throw is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
From the gun on third down, Wilson.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. 47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense back out there. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on third down.
Daniels to the right side and caught by Simmons. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll look to throw here on first down.
There's a short one pulled in by Simmons.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Excellent coverage on the play from Trayvon Merrick.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Raiders offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now it's Wilson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Wilson.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
And the Washington offense heading out. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Give to Robinson on the option.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
69 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of 6. And the Commanders first down.
Daniels looking to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end Senate.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
The Raiders offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll run on 1st down. Warren. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Wilson. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That's caught by Tucker.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard.
At the Commanders' 37-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
A time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
First down, Washington.
Here's Daniels. Checks this one down to Robinson.
So nothing doing there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
In motion left goes a tight end.
To the air goes Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
Now receiver in motion left.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Short of the goal line. 1st and goal, Washington.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how Week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Sheds off the tackle. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
To throw is Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Warren. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 2-2 Atwell. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball into 26, 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Off the option, here's Robinson.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Washington going to send out their punter
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now Wilson. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The Washington offense set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Slot man moves right.
To throw is Daniels. Terry McLaurin.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down.
And this complete to Henry over the middle.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Robinson.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. 3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing until the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Handoff now to Robinson.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Commanders,
hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.